Hey y'all, for some apparent reason, I kicked myself out of StreamYard and had to do a total different live. I don't even know what I did, but for those who will come in, yeah, outlaw. Well, exactly. That's how I feel too because I was just talking and I'm trying to just get on another device and it ended up, hey Miss Chicago, it ended up getting rid of my whole live. So I don't understand the StreamYard stuff, but like I said, I'm learning to be computer savvy. I don't care how many like papers and stuff you write in school. Sometimes you're just not that computer savvy when it comes to all this different programs and stuff. So I do apologize for that. Hey CX, I do. Derek, what's good? Hey CC, I do apologize for that. I'm not sure why it did what it did, but I'm assuming when I tried to get out of it, it ended up messing up my whole life, which I thought was pretty interesting. That it just did that all of a sudden. But yeah, thank you for coming through. For those who came back, and maybe those people will figure it out. Hey, Bama, what's good? They'll figure out that you know I'm on this live, and if you can, please press the like button. I would really appreciate it. And I'm going to put the link in the chat. So if anybody would like to come up and talk about whatever, we can do that. Um, Man, I really hate that. I was about to start talking about something important, but it's always something that happens. Distractions, distractions. I was sent this by a friend of mine. I thought this was pretty interesting. They sent it to my Instagram about the project two what was it project 2025 from, I think it was Obama. No, not Obama. I'm saying Obama. Uh, Presidential Transition Program. And it says these are some of the things that I guess that he is wanting to deal with. It's the Project 2025 agenda, and one of them is to eliminate the Department of Education. Wow, that's going to be really detrimental to a lot of students, college students, especially um, people that are going to college. Like that's not going to be good for us. you know. Let me pin this for those who want to come up. It says use public funds to pay for private religious schools, encourage Christian indoctrination through public schools. Okay, dismantle civil rights and DEI. Let's see, protection in all levels of government to eliminate no fault divorce. Okay. Hey, Tom. I mean, John, how are you? And then it also says ban all contraceptives, total ban or on abortion, regardless of health of the mother. Um, Banned African American and gender studies in all levels of education, tax cuts for major corporations, and 1% while increasing tax on the rest. Oh my God. Um, Now, this is the Project 2025 agenda. I'm going to do some more research on this. It says dismantling the FBI and Homeland Security, banning Muslims from entering the country, dismantles the FDA, EPA, NOAA, and more. Wow. This is a lot of stuff. The Project 2025 agenda that's going to be spearheaded by Donald Trump. So that's pretty interesting. And I'm gonna go back through here and speak to these people. Miss Chicago, CC, Derek, my bro, Outlaw, CX. Let's see, John Thompson. Thank you for coming through. Joshua, Evo, how are you? Good to see you, Evo. So that is the Project 2025 agenda. What's up, Don Dallas? And it says raise retirement age. Now, from my understanding, I believe now I think you can get your full retirement at 65. You can get your full retirement. I think you get half of it like 62 or 63 from what someone, that told me that's getting it. So, if he's going to raise the retirement age, especially in our generation, well, we're going to be what, 80 years old, maybe 70 if we live to see 70 to retire. And there's some other things on here, so you might want to look at the Project 2025 agenda. It's pretty, I don't know. I, I was just like, wow. And this is the presidential okay project. So this is his transition project. This is Donald Trump's, and it's okay. End marriage equality, condemn single mothers while protecting only traditional families. Okay, use the military to break up domestic protest, mass deportation of immigrants. Wow, this is crazy. I'm gonna have to do some more research on this. Like I said, we all in trouble. What's up, Oliver Green? We all in trouble in this election. I believe. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Are in some trouble. Raising the retirement age, that's just crazy. It's already 65. Most people don't even in this day and time don't make it to 65. And that's the unfortunate thing. I put the link in the chat, so if you would like to come up and have a little, let me see, somebody's up here. Evo, how are you?
What's going on, beautiful lady? How you doing?
What's up, handsome? Good to see you.
Just, I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Hey, I'm taking one day at a time. I apologize for earlier. I
Oh no,
ended
what? What?
up
Uh,
kicking myself out the live. Oh, I didn't know if you were here or not.
no, I wasn't. I'm just now getting myself together. I'm about to head back home. I was down in Myrtle Beach, so
Okay, you had a good
yeah.
time.
But, hey, shit was dope. I had been to Myrtle Beach since I was a kid,
Really?
and yeah, so I was up in North Myrtle Beach. And I was
Really?
like, damn, like this shit actually like I can get jiggy with it, you know what I'm saying? So and I took a little walk out on the beach last night. I mean the winds was crazy last night, but I was like, hey, you know what? It is what it is. I got some sand in my boots and everything. I was good.
Yeah, that's good. Hey Joshua, thank you for coming through. Yeah, I have never been to Myrtle Beach, so that is on
Mm,
my bucket list to go to Myrtle Beach. So I'm glad that
yeah.
you enjoyed yourself.
Oh yeah. No, it was definitely cool. Like I mean I'm from the Carolinas. So I
Okay.
mean it's nothing but a hot skip and a jump to me. So like I said, I mean, I just finished getting packed up. That's why I'm saying glistening like some damn 24-inch rims right now. But uh, like, but yeah, I'm saying like right behind like right behind where I'm at. Like it's like a private airport, and like I've
Mm-hmm.
been seeing like all these like helicopters coming through, like private jets coming through. I'm like, God damn! Well, I forgot that niggas got money. Like motherfuckers just
Yeah.
got money. They just got money. I ain't even mad at them. Like, I'm trying to be like them when I get older. So,
I
but
know that's right.
I wanted to come up here to provide a little bit correction.
Mm-hmm.
So Project 25 is not Trump's actual policy.
Okay.
That was created by like a private group of Republicans that uh, like Trump had actually stated that he doesn't even know anything. He didn't know anything about no Project 2025. Uh,
Okay.
the, so his official policies that's actually on his actual website is
Hmm.
Agenda 47. So
Okay.
Agenda 47 is the one. So I felt like that was like a ploy that was used uh, by the liberals. I can't even really say Democrats. Like my beef is not with Democrats. It's with the liberals, the far left motherfuckers that just the colorful hair and all that other shit, looking like some fucking weirdos.
Right.
But like so just to provide some direction into what's actually out there.
Exactly.
It's officially called Agenda 47. That's been on his website from the beginning of the campaign. I
Hmm.
just find it ironic that the Project 25 thing has started to become a topic of discussion when Biden is pretty much dropping out of the loop. Well, he's not. He hasn't made an official yet. But after that debate, that's when Project 25 started to become a thing because once again, the liberals don't have any leg to stand on right now.
Right.
So, um, so like I said, you can when you type in Agenda 47,
Yeah.
it'll
That's what
take you
I'm looking.
directly. It'll
I'm
take you
looking at it
directly to his
now.
website. It'll take you directly to his website. Project 25 has nothing to do with his campaign.
Okay, well, I appreciate you, Eva. Hey, Nature over
Um,
everything.
oh yeah,
Hey,
no
Lon
problem at
Lon
all.
and Chicky. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. That's why I was
Mm,
telling you. I said I gotta do some more research on this because, but I just wanted to hate the word. I just wanted to make sure that
mm.
someone sent it. A friend of mine sent it to me. So I was like, wait a minute, this don't sound too good for most of
Yeah, no,
us.
yeah,
So
exactly. No, it's some that Project 25. It's some BS that once again I don't even think it was actually made by any Republicans either. I think it's just something that's to give some negative propaganda.
right,
Once again, because like I said, I mean, and because they know they don't have a leg to stand on. They like
wow,
so because and I even tell people this. I even tell people this. Like if you were to really listen to like Democrats from the late '80s and the '90s,
hmm,
even leaning into the 2000s. Like, and you listen to the like Republicans, a lot of them share a lot of the same principles.
right,
So they share a lot of the same principles. The one thing for sure is like some social issues. Me
hmm,
personally, like I'm more conservative when it comes financially for sure. Certain
right.
certain social issues, it all goes back into people's behavior. I mean, like if you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. In some cases, now you got some situations where um people are looking for an ego boost or ego stroke, or they are on a power trip and they just want to fuck with people.
Right.
So I just don't. And that's just how it is on both ends of the spectrum. I mean, the I just don't want people to get confused that we have this whole black and white thing going on, what have you. But the people on the top at the top of the food chain, the fiscal food chain within America, are Asians and Arabics.
Mhm.
That's what it is. These are
Mhm.
facts economically, educational wise, things of that nature. They have the most businesses going on. They have a lot. They just have a lot going on for themselves. I mean, they come to America wanting to really better themselves. A lot of us as Americans who are born here, we kind of take advantage of what it is that we were given because we're from here. Um,
Exactly.
so, but the top of the food chain, and I'm not lying, you can look that up. Who's at the top of the food chain as far as economics and education in America are Arabics and Asians.
I agree.
So
Hey, Riders for Life. I agree with you, Evo. And just as I'm gonna name a little thing. I looked on the Trump the Trump website, and it says Agenda 47. It's just naming certain things it's speaking on. It's saying America must have the number one lowest cost energy and electricity on
Right.
earth.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, just naming a few things. It says President Trump calls for the death penalty for human traffickers.
As
Uh,
he should,
hmm
as they all should.
so he says rebuilding America's depleted military.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Just kind of just going through a little bit. Let's see. Protecting Americans by taking on big pharma and ending global freeloading. Okay.
See, that agenda is way different than that Project 25 bullshit.
Yes, it is quite different.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Big Meat. Yeah, it is quite different. Addressing the rise of chronic childhood illnesses. Okay. Ending the source of drug addiction in America. Yeah, so you guys need to look up the if you're interested in seeing what the let's see, the Agenda 47 is so this is on his website. So this
On his
is what
official website. Yep.
this is what his agenda is. So the
Mm-hmm.
his agenda is not the 2025. Let to be clear on what you're saying, even what the website is saying. This is his formal agenda. Okay.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad that you cleared that up for me, Evo, because like I said, I told you, I said I got to do some research on this because it
Uh,
don't sound good.
oh no, you're welcome. Hey, for you, hey, I want to make sure that hey, you know you got things right because you know what I'm saying. I care about you. I care about your content. You know you popping, and you know you got things going on. Now, if it was like these other motherfuckers, I don't care. I wouldn't care. I'd be like, let them crash out. Let them give out all the BS information that's out there because you know eventually
Right.
they're gonna look stupid. But you, no,
Yeah,
uh,
and that's why I said when I read it, I said, now it doesn't sound good, but I'm gonna have to do some research on this because I, hate to say, oh, this is what he believes in when that's not what he believes in.
just the further
That
from it.
yeah, so I appreciate that, and I am always welcoming constructive criticism. Thank you for coming, Arabia. So let me ask you this question, if you have a little time. What did
Oh
you
yes,
think of the debate? Like, when you were watching it, like,
uh,
what did you think about that?
I was there for the crash out. I was actually hanging out with a couple of my Democrat friends who were like they didn't already switched up on Biden themselves like and so I mean just the start of it, the first 90 seconds, I already knew where we were going. I said, you know what, fuck it. Only thing that we're gonna do every time he slurs a word, we're gonna take a shot. Now, mind you, I had to wake up the next day and I had to be responsible. So I done called myself out. I was like, hey look, this motherfucker right here, he done, bro. Like he cooked. Now the
Right.
now I will have to give criticism to Trump as well because I get like there was time limits on it. um, there's I get that there was time limits and things of that nature, but there were
Mhm.
even times where I felt like Trump didn't even answer certain questions. So like I'm just gonna call it spade a spade.
Right.
When there was certain questions that was being asked about when it came uh, to child care,
Hmm.
even the what you call it when it came to things about abortion, things of that nature, is like he kind of skipped over that.
Right.
um like he kind of skipped over those answers. And I mean eventually he ended up coming back to him, but he still kind of slightly answered them.
Mm.
See in my mind I'm thinking to myself like, you know what you need to do is just do what you do on your political on your campaign rallies. And in some parts he did that. You can tell he wasn't reading by a script. You can tell that he Trump was more confident.
Right.
um, and but he did answer to the best of his ability. But he did kind of skip around a couple of questions.
Um,
Um, And but when it came to Biden, I'm like, at this point, like, you know what? This is senior abuse. It's like you almost want to feel bad for him, but then again, fuck it, because if you want to put yourself on a huge platform like that,
Hmm.
then you're gonna get the criticism, you're gonna get the jokes, you're gonna get the memes. We're in a memeable generation, and
Right.
a lot of the memes that are created are during people's actual trauma or hurt,
Hmm.
like the little mama meme. Like she was legit crying like Charlemagne gave her like made her cry legit tears, but they use that as you know as a meme. You know,
Exactly.
we tend to use tragedy, and they make those memes like even the POP hold it down shit or do whatever the fuck they identify as. Like there was a legit person that died. Someone's life was
Hmm.
someone's life was taken away. That's why hence why that person was in handcuffs. But we make
Hmm.
those memes. So even in a tragic situation such as Biden he's having dementia,
Yeah,
and
something's
it doesn't get better. It doesn't get better.
yeah, something's not right. Hey Bama, hey Riders. I don't know if I spoke to you. Yeah, something is not something not right.
It's his wife. It's his
Okay.
wife. Look, did you see her spread in Vogue magazine?
No, I didn't.
All right, you gotta look. You gotta look at that. I
Tell me.
mean,
Tell me a little bit of it.
so you could like she's power hungry. She's not one to give up that position. That's why she's
Mm.
always there. That's why she's always there. You know, doing what it is that she's doing, like to try to support her man or what have you want to call it.
Right.
But however, it's because she ain't trying to give up that power. The most, and then the crazy part about it is like you want to talk about power and money. Like, one of the pictures that she took was like Biden's blazer, like his presidential blazer, like on the back of a seat of the private jet plane that that they're about to get on. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, what the fuck, bro? Like, really? Like, you just like at this point, you rubbing it in people's faces at this point, like, um, and she and you could tell how detached she is from reality.
Right.
So I think at this point she's just trying to ride it out, because they about to. I mean, they about to put that man in. They about to put that man in a retirement home. Like they really just need to go back to Delaware and retire. Nancy
Right.
Pelosi and her crooked ass and and her husband who is like allegedly low key is DL.
Mm.
Allegedly
Wow.
that you need to y'all need to just retire as well. Y'all got all these inside trades going on. Um and just cash out on y'all money, just fucking retire, bro. Like I think like this is the first time in my life where I really actually paid attention to what the fuck is really going on with these politics. Like,
Mm.
and this shit's been going on for years. But I think the thing is like now that the seal has been broken and
Mm.
we have so much access to the information. Um, I think that's one of the reasons why they're banning TikTok is because the amount of information that we have and what people are sharing to others and holding their politicians accountable. Like they're tired of that shit. Like
Mm.
I mean, there's people on the left and on the right that they're tired of actually they're getting actual emails and letters and people coming to the town hall meetings and things of that nature because they're holding them accountable. Like, bro, this is what you wanted. Now we're going to
Mm.
hold you to the fire, and now you don't like that shit. So, oh, go
Can
ahead.
I ask you one question? I want to know: have you
Yes, ma'am.
always been a Republican?
Yes.
Okay, so why is it that you've always been a Republican since you've been able to vote?
So so at first I did the Democrat. I was 18 I was 18 when Obama came in, and I was
Mhm.
like, all right, let me go. Like I wanted to come in even as an independent back then. I didn't have any affiliation, but when you're 18. You don't
Mhm.
really know the game like that. Someone's telling this lady, she was like, well, you can't. Well, then that just means you can't vote for Obama if you're independent. Not specifying that you cannot vote for him if you're in the primaries.
Yes.
She should have specified that. See, that's misguiding.
Uh-huh.
That's misleading someone. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm Democrat. Whatever. Just like I'm here to help be a
To
part of
vote.
Black history.
Yeah.
And so then, but then the second go round, I didn't vote for him.
Mhm.
Um, um, I just always voted locally. I always voted local, and I even had friends who were on campaigns and who were running and all that stuff. And
Mhm.
even though I wanted to support them because I know y'all personally, y'all principles don't align with mine. So, it was like always like that constant duality that I had. But like that's when I
Mhm.
realized I was like, I'm gonna stay independent.
Okay.
And so then something just switched. I don't know. I think it was 2016, and I was like, nah, I'm going. I'm Republican. That's just what it is. Their principles align more with mine, and I've been that ever since. Deep down inside, I've always been a Republican. Deep down inside.
Okay. Okay.
So I say that I've been a Republican for since I could remember. Just didn't really know what to call it.
Mhm.
Um, and uh, and the thing and the fucked up part about it is like even in more recent times, I've tried to I've tried to change my party on paper multiple times. Like
Mhm.
I tried to change it 3 times because on paper it still said I was Democrat. Whenever I did vote, I always voted Republican.
Right.
And so I just got tired of it when it came to the primaries. When it came to the primaries, this past primaries, like I saw how rigged the game was.
Mhm.
And then if it says that you're Republican or what have you, then I mean if you say that you're still Democrat on paper, they give you a Democratic ballot, nothing but Democrats.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the? Hold on, what? I don't remember this shit being like this ever in my life. And so then that was when I went back to the lady. I was like, hey, okay, I've tried to change my status multiple times, and she was able to pull that up. She was able to pull up my 3 submissions,
Mhm.
but she was able to pull up my 3 submissions, but it showed that I never switched the party. I was like, so all right, so ma'am, just riddle me this. Whenever you submit an online application, before you hit submit, do you have to fill out all fields on the application? She
Right.
said, yes. I said, so I filled out all the fields on the application in order to click submit.
Mhm.
Why is it not showing? I said, now this is not towards you. I'm just saying, like, this is just some BS. And so then that was when they made me void my ballot or what have you. And then I had to do what they call a provisional ballot. And a provisional
Mhm.
ballot is when they have to actually watch you vote. They have to like there's no more the little private box that people go to. Like
Right.
they made me sit in the middle of the gym, and all 3 of the ladies had to watch me vote. And I was
Wow.
like, and so then I had to hand them the ballot. I had to hand them the ballot by hand instead of doing it through the little machine. And so I'm thinking in
Mhm.
the back of my mind, I'm like, this low key ain't gonna make it. I feel like something tell me that this ain't gonna make it and not make it to where it needs to go to. So
Mhm.
then that was when the lady she was like, well, you need to make an appointment um, with the department of was it deeds or something like voter registration, something like that downtown. So I
Mhm.
took it. So I took a day off of work. I was in there literally 7 minutes. I came in, filled out the application, and I even took a picture of. I was like, because these motherfuckers are not gonna say that I didn't change it on paper. And there's
Okay.
something I'll be like, look, this is the date of when I did this, and
Mhm.
so that means that y'all just playing dirty. I've had I've had to fight back three times. Three times I went to go vote. I've had to
Mm-hmm.
fight back three times. Um,
Mm-hmm.
in regards to like give me the right ballot. Why am I
Uh-huh.
having this back and forth with you all? Why is it as a black man who's taking time out of their day, I'm having to, gas. I'm wasting gas. I'm doing all this. Why am I having to do all this just so I can vote the way that I want to vote? Now, if I
Mm-hmm.
was just to be a Democrat, then y'all just gonna willy nilly just give me the shit. But
Right.
y'all just give me whatever it is. But since I don't agree with what it is that y'all think that I should agree with,
Uh-huh.
then instead of just giving me the shit, you give me shit. And I just got
Right.
tired of it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna switch up my district and all that stuff. Like this, that shit just lame to me. And I really
That's
wish that, and I really wish that black people just really woke up to that. And I'm not saying that in the sense of just being a Republican or being like you gotta fight for your own rights.
uh-huh.
You have the right to be what it is that you want to be. We may not
Uh-huh.
agree with it, we may not agree with it. Well, people may not agree with it or what have you, but you have that right. It's stated in the Constitution. That's why I tell people all the time, like, y'all need to really look at this Constitution again and really understand, like, shit really works out in your favor. Now, mind you, it might didn't work out back then at that given time, but instead of being combative about it, it doesn't hurt to be informed on what your rights are. That's the only thing that
Mhm.
I just feel in today's time. Because I mean, the shit is more prevalent than ever. Um,
Exactly.
and it's
Let me
like,
speak to a few people.
oh
Hey,
yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Bolo. Hey, Gerald. Hi. Thank you
Bolo,
for coming through. Let's see. What's up, Carl? Good to see you. What's up, CKJ? Good to see you. Good to see you. I wanted to ask you. Well, I'm gonna just say this. I know for I know for me, I was always taught to vote Democrat because that's what Big
right?
Mama did. That's what
Mm-hmm.
everybody in your family voted Democrat because the black people that I knew, they believed that the Democrats were for black people and the Republicans were for the white people. That
Right,
was the knowledge that I grew up, kind of overhearing. Hey Jenny, how are you? Overhearing. Now as I got older, I think after the second time I voted for Obama. Now, the thing that I see that Obama did that was one thing that was good was when he, had the insurance, the Obamacare, for
right,
people that could not afford insurance, health insurance, and that was one of the benefits that I saw in his office that he did that was actually good for the people. But
mm-hmm.
some of the other things were very questionable that he did.
Huh?
Uh, I'm not, people can live the way, if they want to live an alternate lifestyle, they can live how they want to live. But he seemed to be really, to me, kind of focusing a lot on that, which
Right,
is very odd for a married man. Again, I don't have anything against anybody that lives an alternate lifestyle. You can do and sleep with and suck and do whatever you want with whoever you want to. That's none of my business. But it was
mm-hmm.
just kind of strange that he focused a lot on that. I'm maybe he's seen that people that were of the LGBTQT. I don't know if I'm saying it all the letters, but maybe he saw that they were, you know, they had a lot of unjust things happen to them in their community because of their sexual orientation. I'm assuming, but it was kind of unusual that he focused so much on that. I don't know if anybody feels that way, but hey Clean, how are you? Keon 29. So I
I'm
want to
sorry,
know I
I
want to
had a
know
phone
your
call.
and then when and another thing I'm gonna say again, like I said, I don't have a heaven or hell to put people in. That's people's
Mm,
business. It's just was kind of unusual that he focused a lot on that. And then over I think it was Thursday, I was looking at Netflix, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. He was a civil rights activist. He also worked with Martin Luther King, Evers, and just the NAACP. His name was Bayard Rustin from
Uh-huh.
my Hey Machine Fit, and he was a well-known homosexual man, but he was also a civil rights activist.
Right.
And Obama and his wife did. I think they were executive producers of that movie on Netflix. You guys check it
Mm,
out. It's pretty interesting.
mm.
And but I guess what I'm asking, do you think that that's kind of peculiar, or do you think that Obama just wanted rights for everyone? I'm just asking a question.
Right. So in ways it is peculiar, because my thing is you have to look at lobbying. People
Mm-hmm.
forget about lobbyists. The
Okay.
lobbyists are going to fight for whatever it is that they believe in. That's why you have the NRA lobbyists, you have the environmental lobbyists, you have all these. But at that, and even for the Asian community after during COVID, like they had so many lobbyists fighting for them. This is where your money go. This is where a lot of people use their money to have these people fight for them. And so a lot of times, whoever has the most money pouring into someone's campaign, that's who they're going to fight for. That
Um,
so they're only loyal, but they're only loyal to their constituents. Now the thing about it is that when it comes to the LGBT Q community, like they were forking out a lot of fucking money, a lot. Like you have campaigns like ACLU,
mm-hmm.
you had HRC, also known as the Human Rights Campaign.
Mm-hmm.
They were forking out a lot of money, especially in support of Hillary. So they're only loyal to who's the highest bidder at that given time or within
Got.
that party. And of course, people have the allegations and rumors, and there's speculations on what the true agenda allegedly of you know who Michelle is allegedly.
Yes.
All right. And I mean, he was a person that was kind of throwing some shit to him, and it was like a get down or lay down type mentality once again by his constituents and by the lobbyists.
Mm-hmm.
And so is it by coincidence? Maybe. It was a specific agenda. Oh, for sure. And I think that when it came to the gay marriage thing or what have you, like, cool. Once again, do what it is that you do, love who you want to love, all the other stuff. I think that after that, there's been this next generation of individuals that have taken over that and made it even worse than what it was back in 2015, 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Now it just seems like they're just forcing this shit in people's faces, and it's like um but like it's just weird. It's weird with the way that they did that they did it, and the way that they rolled it out, and the way that they even just threw black people into the term minority.
Mm-hmm.
Minorities, a lot of the minorities came here by choice, and
Mm-hmm.
you have the native blacks who are here. They're also being thrown into this term minority, and buzzwords like equality and diversity and all this other bullshit. When we're the originals as well. So why
Right.
so why the hell do we get thrown and get grouped into the Arabics and Indians and Asians and things of that nature? Like, no, no, you're trying to. It's another form of disrespect in my eyes personally. It's enough for me to disrespect to the native black people who are here, and I'm not talking about like the Africans that came here.
Mhm.
Um, because once again, a lot they came by choice. Their own visas, their own school visas, work visas, things of that nature. The original blacks who are from the South and who migrated from the South or who have roots here in the deep South, like we're getting thrown into that, and then now we're also being thrown into the minority group with the LGBT community, which is
Mhm.
bullshit. And that's why I like that whole the new pride flag. I think is offensive because they have the regular rainbows, and you have the transgender stripes, and then you have the black and brown stripe.
Mhm.
First of all, yes, people may have felt that they was this way growing up when they're a kid or a child or what have you. But there was some time in their life where they actually decided to go through with the lifestyle of what they felt.
Right.
I didn't choose to be black. You didn't choose to be black. No, that person didn't choose to be Hispanic or brown or have the like to put those two stripes within that new pride flag. To me personally, is disrespectful as well.
Okay.
It's some bullshit. But we just always constantly get we always get caught up within other people's agendas um or well, yeah, we get caught up in other people's agendas or what have you. Just because I will have to say on some real shit, like we may have loyalty to a specific we may have loyalty to a specific party,
Mhm.
quote unquote, on paper, but they know that black people are not the most loyal to a specific party financially.
Right.
Y'all are just here. The people who really want things to happen for themselves, they'll put some money into it,
Mhm.
and so, but you constantly tell like, oh, you're just like you're the victim, and just trying to patronize you. Like it's just weird shit to me, and I really wish that a lot of black people would wake the fuck up. And some are still doing it. I understand what you were saying about what Big Mama did and what Mama did, and the same happened with me.
Mhm.
But when I finally like it just finally clicked into my head, I'm like, you have people who are literally on Section 8 and food stamps for generations,
Mhm.
not just to help, not just to hold you over until you get yourself together, you get your money right away. You have people who are literally on this shit for generations. You have people in the projects for generations. What the
Right.
fuck is going on?
Right. Right. Somebody got to get off of it. Let me take you down a rabbit hole because I like talking to people like you that have a lot of opinions. I want to know from your perspective of how you see um, how can I say this, when you said the second time you did not vote for Obama, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Um, can you tell me some of the reasons why you did not vote for him?
Um, I just wasn't happy with the way that his policies,
His
and that,
policies.
yeah,
Okay.
I wasn't happy with his policies, and uh, really look at, I started to really look at the result, like just the results of his first campaign.
Okay.
Is he charismatic? Yes.
Yes.
Does he know how to talk, and is he intelligent? Yes, he is. I am not taking none of that away from that man. Like he is definitely he is one of one for sure. But when you look at it on paper, what he actually did, and the war crimes that he allegedly uh, performed, or what he did, it's it's like what the hell, dog? Like you can sweet talk all these people the way that you can, and you're gonna maintain that support. I mean, he has a cult following, damn near like Trump. I
Mm,
mean, like the level of propaganda, the memorabilia, and all this stuff that was created for Obama, like is damn near the same as what it was for Trump, or how it is for Trump today. So for the second time around with him, it just didn't do anything for me, and I kind of knew where things was leaning towards, as far as like just grouping us with other minority groups, when we're not we shouldn't be deemed as a minority. We have the same level of rights as everyone else does, but we're just kind of thrown on the back burner as far as the issues that we need to have taken care of. Like he didn't do shit for us for Chicago,
uh-huh.
and you're from there. You didn't do, like, I mean, 2016. What I say, 2012 through 2016 was probably like the bloodiest of probably one of the bloodiest times for Chicago at that given time, especially at the peak of the drill movement. Now, one damn thing was done in regards to that. Then you got Lori Lightfoot, who was sucking on Obama's nipple as well. Like, she just letting this shit ride out as well. And
Mm,
she I mean, and you can tell like she was stressed the fuck out. I mean, like the people, and it's all about this virtual signaling. It's all about this identity politics. All just because I'm black, you should be. No, no. Looking let's look at the mayor of Dalton right now. Let's look at the Fonnie Willises. Let's look at um, the current mayor in Chicago right now. These motherfuckers are sending you up shit's creek because they're getting kickbacks.
mm. CKJ wants to know what Pacific policies are you referring to?
And make a case. As for my specific policy that I didn't care for too much was about, once again, the LGBT community getting as much representation that they did, and it's putting, once again, us black people on the back burner as far as the issues that we had, as far as crime, as
Mm,
far as the economics, or giving or providing more opportunity in that regard. We're getting grouped into these groups that chose to be here,
mm,
um, and so we kind of have, and once again, like, even just providing certain programs and incentives for people to really try to better their lives, as opposed to pacifying them. So that was the policy for me, that I was like, I'm good, do your thing, Obama, whatever. Keep on wearing those tailored suits and all that stuff, sir. Uh, I have no dis. I would never disrespect Obama. I don't have a personal gripe with that man. It was just something that I didn't agree with.
yeah.
He did make history, and I'm not taking that away from him. Um, as far as
Mm,
a charismatic and a diplomatic person, he was that for sure. And hell, even before, like I said, when the lobbyists started to really come through, um, when the lobbyists started to really come through to try to push these particular agendas, he was a very conservative person as well. There's footage of him during his campaigns about how he felt about same-sex marriage,
mm-hmm.
but it switched up when those dollars started to come into his campaign. We're like, oh, okay, well, we got someone that the struggle of being a black person could be about the same as the struggle of a LGBT person. Fuck no. As an
Uh-huh.
LGBT person, there came to a point in your life where you made the conscious decision to live through with what you felt. He
Right.
came out the womb the color of what he is, but they used that. But he was the perfect person to use that, because, once again, charismatic, energetic, young, you know. not a bad looking guy, beautiful family, all of those. They used the fuck out of him, and they got what it is that they wanted out of him.
Let me read some. Nature over everything says they only got marriage, equality, and health benefits. And I'm gonna go
Right.
back up. Trump 45. He kind of said something interesting, kind of what you were saying. And thank you so much, Carl. I really appreciate you so much. He's always a blessing. Trump 45 says Obama spoke against the LBGT first 4 years, but his second run, he needed their vote to win. So he kind of stopped talking about
Right.
the LGBT. Okay, so that's what Trump 45 was saying. Kind of what you were saying. Obama uh, was doing. But let me ask. Hey, April. Hey, Clean. Let me ask you this question. A lot of people that I've talked to, uh, they don't like Trump and they say that Trump is a racist. Do you say Trump is a racist? Now, I know the other day they were talking about, he was saying, what was that? The black jobs, but Amber cleared
Mm.
it, said that he was saying he wanted an increase in black employment. But some people took it as, what is a black job? What are you trying to say? That only black people can do a certain job? So, how do you see Trump as a racist?
No.
And why?
Um, I don't see him as being that. I mean, because think about how throughout the years, all these years before, I guess when he decided to run for political office, I mean, how many Trump references were inside of hip hop music? How many times where people deemed him to be like some form of inspiration? And there's pictures with him with like, I don't like that guy, but Jesse Jackson
Mhm,
and the Al Sharptons, and like I mean, there's actual you know pictures of this guy doing these things or what have you. And then on top of that, I mean, he didn't have anything. He spoke against the what you call it, the crime bill and things of that nature. But the person that motherfuckers want to vote for, or they're going for, actually helped, with the crime bill, or has something to do with the actual crime bill. It just goes back into propaganda. Just because you don't fit into whatever it is that um just because you don't fit the criteria or the agenda of what it is that we're pushing, or you don't support the people or like the people that we like and support, then we're gonna make you bad man. I
mhm,
mean, the only thing it is that he just spoke he just spoke his fucking mind. I mean, I guess people just weren't prepared to see it the way that he did it, though. He's not a politically correct person.
mhm,
Now I'm not caping for the man. I'm like, I ain't gonna say I'm the big. I'm not the biggest fan of no fucking man on this earth that eats and shits the way that I do.
mhm,
My thing is that whatever it is that what your principles are, I go by what your principles and what your morals are. And if they align with mine, then we're cool. Like
mhm,
we can have a conversation. You have my support or what have you. I mean, hell, if Biden was to have probably done the same as well, I still wouldn't vote for him. But I'd be like, all right, cool. We kind of align with each other when it comes to certain things. Um, but it's always constant. It's always like this constant thing, like, oh, he's racist. He's racist. Like, people can't even really showcase like actual times when he was racist. They always say it, but they can't find a quote. They can't find any footage or anything of that nature. It all goes back to propaganda.
I want to say this. I heard that being prejudiced and racist are two total different things. From
Oh yeah,
some
we all have
people's
prejudice.
definition, being racist is discrimination with power. Most black people do not have power, to be honest with you. So I think that minorities for the most part, can be prejudiced, but not a racist. Now, do you guys agree with that or not?
Oh yeah, I mean, well, we all have our own prejudice for sure.
Uh-huh. Okay.
We definitely do.
But,
I have mine, and I'm sure you have yours, and you
but
know,
do you agree with people being racist? Somebody with power.
no,
Okay.
no. I mean, because if we want to talk about, like, what racism was, yeah, on paper, no, but in certain social situations, yeah, fuck yeah, people are racist. I mean, hell, I mean, look at the way that a lot of people in this sector be talking about other races. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of stuff that we say on here, like, if a person from another race said the same thing, then they would be deemed racist. Or if they even said the same if they reverse that, those terms or what have you onto us, then we're deemed to be racist. So or they would be deemed as racist. So I mean, I feel like it's a multitude of things. It's a multifaceted term, but yeah, I mean, words, exclusion, and actions. Yeah, you can be racist.
I'm gonna read this and let me see. Races is having a reflecting or fostering the belief that race is a fundamental deterrent of human traits and capacities, that racial differences produce an inherent superiority of a particular race. That's the definition of the Webster of a racist. CKJ, you seem to have a lot to say, and welcome. Glad to see you. Haven't seen you in a minute. You want to say some things to Mr. Evo?
Well, I want to say something not only to Mr. Evo, but I also want to say something to your platform too.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I just graduated with my degree from Northeastern Illinois University, correlative in
Congratulations.
inner city studies,
Uh-huh.
uh, and I got my degree in inner city studies with another degree, with another bilateral degree in
Mm-hmm.
small business marketing, as well as a
Okay.
minor in social justice. And the one thing we have a motto at the inner city studies is that you research the researcher.
Uh-huh.
What that means is if a man comes from an affluent neighborhood, let's say from the Gold Coast of Chicago, and they come to 39th and Drexel, and which is not far from the university, it's not far from where my people come from. Let me repeat that. That's not far from where my people come
Mm-hmm.
from on 39th and Drexel. If he's from Chicago, then he know what I just said. Okay. Now, what I'm saying is this: is that you can go over there to 7 foot minus 1 inch and a quarter, and you can listen to that propaganda of Trumpism if you want to, but you better look real close at what Trump is bringing for you. This
Mm-hmm.
man said that he was talking about policies, but yet he just said LGBTQ. He never mentioned a policy. What's the
Okay.
policies of Obama that you have a problem with? That means specificity. What are the policies? Not just mentioning a subject. What's the specific policy regarding LGBTQ? Now, I'm going to move that and put that in a box and close it up. Here's what I really want to say to you, Evo. I'm from Chicago.
Hmm.
I'm stone running. Okay. I
Yes,
had to
sir.
evolve from my violent self to becoming the self that I am today. Okay. Took
Hmm.
a long time to get for me to get here. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
Selena knows my story. She knows my story and my background thoroughly because she's heard me state that to her on her live many months ago. So I'm not going to go to that. But I want you to understand something, brother.
Hmm.
Okay. If you are going to represent a certain political agenda, you have to understand the difference between the word racist and prejudice. Racism deals with a group of people who are a specific race who believe that institutionally they are the leaders because they have the numbers. That means in education, in government, in religion, whatever you may be, main institutions. When you're prejudiced, it simply means that you have a preference. It's overt. You have an overt preference for what you have an interest in. Those are two different words. Please don't crisscross those. Where I went to get my degree, that building is a historical monument because that's the building where Emmett Till's body was brought when he got murdered down in the South.
Mm-hmm.
The tracks, if you know 39th and Cottage Grove, you know the tracks over there not very far from that if you're from Chicago. Okay? So if you're going to speak of the difference between Trump and the difficulties that Biden is facing right now, and you want to talk about Obama policies, you got to be specific, man. You can't be casually causal. You got to spit specifics as to what policies exactly that you're referring to, because I take that personal. See, I do gang resolution in the city of Chicago. I work with ceasefire. I work with the city of Chicago. My dad taught 35 years with the Chicago Public Schools. I'm from here, and I used to throw them things up here. Okay? I was facing 2 life sentences in 20 years and $2.48 million in fines. And thank God for my woman who I love today for 31 years. She got me off that on a technicality. So where should I be right now? Somewhere in the Fed system. I'm being honest. God be my witness. Thank you, Jesus. So if you're going to speak on Chicago and you're going to represent Chicago, man, you got to be ready to rep, because Chicago is a city of protests. No city in America protests more than Chicago. The Great Migration came through Chicago. The Great Migration was stationed in my neighborhood, Bronzeville, a historical city in Chicago and nationally. So I'm not trying to speak angrily, and I don't want you to take it as though I'm attacking you. It's just, brother, you represent the city of Chicago. You got
I
to
didn't
be
never.
right.
I never said I represented
Ease up,
Chicago.
Charlie. Ease up, Charlie. I ain't done. I ain't done.
Hold
Okay,
up.
I'll be done in 30 seconds.
Don't
Okay.
call me child, though. I pay taxes
No, I'm
just
gonna
like
hear
you,
you
sir.
out. Listen,
All
I'm gonna
right.
hear you out. Just let
All
me
right.
finish this 30 seconds. Okay.
Just wait to say it.
All I'm saying to go ahead, brother.
No, you got it. I just said it's just the way that you say things. I'm not
Yeah,
a child.
because I'm saying this from a place of pain. Because I know Chicago. I researched Chicago. Okay. I ain't just talking about it. I got the academic credentials to prove it. Okay. So when you speak and you say that you're going to talk about a certain thing and you're going to mention a policy, brother, you got to be specific. What exact policy you're talking about? Are you talking about the policy that Obama had that gave health care to people who couldn't afford it? Are you talking about the policy that he gave to LGBT to make sure that their rights are preserved in certain ways when it comes to voting and other things? You got to be specific, brother. Selena, thank you for letting me come up.
All right, CKJ, good to see you.
I mean, no disrespect to Evo, but I got to press him a little bit. Brother, if you're from Chicago, you got to hold it down.
No, he's
I
from
never
the
said
Carolinas.
I'm from
He's from,
Carolinas, man.
Oh, okay, but you said Chicago, though.
Yeah, because we were talking about. I said that since Obama was from Chicago, and with the level of crime and everything that was going on there, and they hadn't said anything about it, didn't do much of anything about it. Like that's where, like for me, I was just like, I mean, hell, at least sweep off your front porch and try to do something what's going on within your front porch before trying to do all these other social issues when you have legit black genocide going on right where you're from.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What did Trump do when he was in office for Chicago?
When he was about to deploy the National Guard,
No,
going
I
through
say
there,
what he was about to. I said, what
no,
did he do?
because they stopped him. They stopped him from doing that because it was
Why?
deemed to be racist. Because
No,
they
no, no,
said it
no.
was deemed to be racist.
No,
That's
no, no.
exactly what
See,
happens.
that's what I'm saying.
I answered your question though.
No, no, no.
I
But
gave you
that's not the
specific
reason they
things.
stopped him. That's false.
Okay.
They lost him because legally he didn't have the coverage to do it. That's why they stopped him. Okay? Do your homework, brother. I'm out. One.
CKJ, you're very passionate. Thank you for coming through. I really appreciate it. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a minute. I was hoping everything was well with you, and thank you for coming up. But I'm telling you, I enjoy these discussions. I enjoy having these conversations and being able to referee. But
Right.
I definitely enjoyed uh, both of you. Bless you. I enjoyed both
Sorry.
of you, to be honest with you. And as well as CKJ, you are Evo. You're welcome to come up anytime.
Oh, thank you, love.
You know, even though we might have shared some differences of opinion, I can listen to a person's opinion without getting upset or feeling away. And I really thank you for your perspective as well as CKJ. I think y'all both
Yeah,
came
and
from
I
a.
appreciate his perspective as well. I have
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad. I don't feel a certain way,
Uh-huh.
or anything of that nature. I mean, you know, there's respect, and especially when it's coming from an elder. I think, but once again, it just goes back to how you talk to people. Like, don't call me a child, though. I
Oh
pay
yeah, I understand.
I pay my taxes and all my bills. Everything is on auto pay. I'm good. I'm chilling. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I got land. I do what I want to do. So being called a child is like just in my eyes like that's just a form of disrespect. Or it just doesn't sit well with me when you know. Other than that, I have no beef against him. I have nothing towards that man. I respect him, genuinely as a first of all as a man, as a family man,
Mm-hmm.
and as an educated person as well. I don't know him from a can of paint. I'm only going by from what I see and even how he presents himself. I mean, hell, that's a dope ass that's a dope ass avatar. You know, you got the suit with the hat. That's how I am. You know, so yeah, there's nothing personal about it. We can all and we can have and we can definitely have difference of opinions for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, I mean, like let's bring it back to the old Donahue days, like back you know back in '92. You know when people actually was able to have these legit conscious debates on live television.
Right. I remember that. I was a little kid then. I didn't even know what they was talking about. I used to see it, it used to be on the TV. Yes, my grandmother had the TV on, and I would, some of those talk shows would come on during the day
Yes.
and in the summertime. And I remember those shows like Donahue, Sally,
Hmm.
and all of those shows that talked about different issues like this. It's still some shows and podcasts that focuses on real issues, but it was just different back then. People were really, to me, more. I don't know. To me, they was more into understanding what is going on in the world. It wasn't so much of social media, who looks better, who had plastic surgery and all this weird stuff. It
Right.
was more on something more meaningful to me.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm good to see you. But yeah, it was definitely more in depth back in those days. But Evo, like I said, I enjoyed you up here. I kind of took you on a rabbit hole just a little bit because I
Right.
wanted to get your perspective of
Yes,
how
man.
you see certain things. And like I said, now I really try to do a little bit more research than I have before because
Hmm.
um a lot of the things we go by hearsay. Like I said, I
Right.
went by what Big Mama voted instead of what I felt like was right or wrong in my opinion. Um,
Yes.
or the facts of the matter. You like what this person actually stands for, and then as we voted the second time again for Obama, if it was certain things that we didn't see or we didn't agree with, people were basically voting. Some people were voting for him because of the
Skin
color of
color.
his skin.
Yeah.
And I think that was a bad idea. Vote for a person because that's what you believe and some of the things that he stands for. Don't vote for a person because of the color of their skin or their gender. That is the worst thing to do uh, on that.
Yeah.
But go
That's
ahead.
what I call identity politics,
Mhm.
and it's just a lot of virtual signaling, and I mean virtue signaling. signaling, and just it's a bunch of gaslighting.
Right.
And some people just think that, oh, just because they're a specific race or gender, that you cannot hold this person accountable with the things that they say or what they do, um, and or just seeing their behavior.
Right.
So like I mean, but we do tend to do that with ourselves. I mean, hell, look at the lady, the current mayor in Oakland, that's
Hmm.
under so much scrutiny right now. Doing having a lot of backdoor deals, and she's from Taiwan. um, and a lot of people who voted for her at that given time were was within the Asian community, because it
She's
was the
Asian.
first. Yeah, she was the first of her kind to ever do that, especially being an Asian, like an Asian female within a major city. Um,
Hmm.
but they started to be on. They were the citizens of Oakland started to have this thing for her, because they felt like she was the reason why the Oakland A's left and why the Raiders left, why the crime is still running rampant out there,
Wow.
while she's sitting here taking backdoor deals with it was some gentleman. It's some gentleman, allegedly, with another Asian businessman that owns some kind of waste management company,
Hmm.
and just taking all these backdoor deals. Like you need to look up this lady named Pink Lessons, and I love her because
Pink
she gives,
lesson.
yeah, Pink Lessons book. I think that's what it is. Lessons book. I think she's based out of Georgia. But this is
Okay.
a lady
Oh
that she,
yeah,
yeah,
I know who. I had to think about it. Yeah, she is. She's actually. I was subbed up to her a couple of years ago.
yes, she
Hmm.
is on. She is on it. I love her coverage. I mean, she's broke stories before they became national news. Like, she was like the first
Right.
one talking about the mayor of Dalton. Uh,
Hmm.
she was talking about, the judge that was in Pittsburgh, who shot her boyfriend in his sleep, and then tried to convince him that he ended up shooting himself in his
Right.
sleep. Like, I mean, just craziness. Um,
Exactly.
and I love her because, once again, she's giving a female perspective. We have a lot of times where we have all this male rhetoric going through, and all this bravado and like bitch ass nigga and all this other shit. Like, you just want to take a break from all that, and then
Right.
you want to listen to to a woman's perspective, that she's elegant. She has a little jokes. She start cracking on them. Calling
Mhm.
some of these women like flamingos, and I was like, hey, yo,
Magic,
like,
Magic City.
Magic City, the BBL judge and all
Yeah.
that. Like, she goes in on it, and so it goes back to what I was saying about us having access to the information, and then
Mhm.
hold those people accountable.
Right.
Because before then there wasn't too much of that. There was strictly only it was strictly only being Fox, CNN, MSNBC, HLN. Those were the sources. And I tell people all the time, like, pretty much anything outside of your local news source is nothing but commentary. There's nothing but people's opinion.
Mhm.
If you can look at your Fox or your ABCs or whomever, like, on your local channel, because that's going to be the news. They're not going to give their personal opinions. That's how it really should be.
Mhm.
But when you go outside of that box and you go into the CNNs, HLNs, MSNBCs, et cetera, it's nothing but panels, just like how we have panels on here with people with different
Mhm.
opinions. And it does get heated. They do have, they do take personal jabs, and I think a lot of times it kind of runs away from what the actual story is.
Mhm.
And but yeah, I mean, shouts out to Pink Butt Lessons because she be on it. I love her. I support her all the time. Like I go ahead and slide a little, cash out here. Boom, boom, boom. Like thank you just for, for just doing what you do because she's great at what she does.
Yes,
Um,
she is awesome.
yes.
And you're awesome as well. Thank you so
Oh,
much,
thank you,
Evo,
ma'am.
for coming up. Thank you, CKJ. You guys help make this live good and insightful alive, and I appreciate that. I enjoy your insight on it, and as well as CKJ. And we
Yes.
have to have these discussions, and a lot of people, you know, want to know, like, Selena's couch is for anybody that would like to come up and talk about anything. Sometimes I'll have opinions about it and speak on it, and sometimes I would just let people talk and ask
Mhm.
questions. And let me speak. Hey, how you doing, Thick Cut? Good to see you. What's up, my boy Peep Game? Hey, Cutting Edge, good to see you, my friend.
Salute, Kanye. Salute, Smitty.
Cutting edge is a mess. But yeah, I really enjoy things like this. So you really make my day. Thank you so much for coming up. I really
Oh,
appreciate you. And you are welcome anytime.
thank you for having me up. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your platform.
All
Um,
right.
and yeah, you're awesome as well. And like I said, intelligent, beautiful, elegant, eloquent. You know what I'm saying? And
All right, chocolate
I
drop.
was and always like just you're awesome. I love you.
Thank
I love your
you.
content and yeah, just keep on doing your thing and salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to CKJ
Yes,
once again,
yes,
sir.
yes.
Uh, no, there's no bad blood, no beef, no nothing. And it's good to hear another perspective from someone who is an intelligent and educated elder.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's all love on my end. So, well,
All
I'm about to go ahead and
right.
start heading on back
Garrett.
to the crib.
All right.
I'm gonna head on back to the crib, and you all have a good night. Y'all be safe. Enjoy the rest of y'all weekend, and stay safe. Stay dry if it's raining. Stay cool if it's hot. You know what I'm
I know that's right.
saying?
Well,
All
thank you
right.
so much, Chocolate Drop. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. You have a good one.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.
Guys, this was really good. Like I said, I every now and then I like to talk about things that make people uncomfortable. And I like to get other people's opinion. I don't want to do all the talking. But I appreciate that. Amber, I don't Evo doesn't have a channel that he goes live on, but he definitely needs to get one. That's for sure. Cutting Edge, are you behaving yourself? But thank you, Thick Cup, for coming through and Cutting Edge. I know Garrett is live, so he's gonna be talking about, I don't know what he's talking. I know he said something about Lester. And God knows what Garrett's talking about, but I know you guys are probably heading over there. But thank you so much for coming through. If you and thank you, Gamma, for coming through. I appreciate you. If you can be so kind, yeah, thank you, Evo. If you can be so kind, please press the like button, like, share, and subscribe, and push the notifications. You like uncomfortable, hey Selena, good thing. Yeah, I'll take anybody's, well, not anybody, but you're more than welcome to come up, Thick Cup, well, on my next Selena's couch if you're available. um I don't have a problem with that. So yeah, it's all good. It is all good in the hood. I hope you guys have a great Saturday. Don't spend all your day on YouTube. Get out and have a good time. Cutting Edge is gonna be acting up in the chats, and so is Smitty. Smitty talking about something. I don't know what Smitty's talking about. But I appreciate you guys for taking the time to come through and press the like button. If you didn't stay for the whole thing, thank you for that support. I really appreciate it. You go deep on subjects. Yeah, the next thing I'm going to talk about the Louisiana culture, like what, because I know you're from New Orleans. It's a lot of things that goes on in New Orleans, so I want to kind of talk a little bit about that. One of my great grandmothers is from the Louisiana area, um, and so I wanna talk a little about the culture down there. I think it's pretty interesting. So I know that's where you from. But yeah, Cutting Edge is a mess. He trolls the hell out of people. So and thank you for sending. Oh, you have my honeymoon. Oh, okay. Congratulations, Amber. You had your honeymoon. Oh, okay. Thought you were saying you were having. Yeah, the culture is deep down there. So that's another thing I'm going to be talking about. I like to talk about different things. I hope that you guys will be open to talking about different things. That don't mean you have to believe in it. Just be open to learning about something new. You just never know what you can learn from something. So I always come with a open mind and some good conversation. It just depends. Just put I would just say put notifications if you're subbed up to me. The notifications should pop up. So whenever I do another Selena's couch, I can't tell you when. I might do one tomorrow, or more than likely, I'll probably do it Monday because I like to take breaks on YouTube a little bit. So I might do one Monday, and you can come through. And it's going to be open panel. So whoever wants to come up and talk about whatever, you are welcome to come up. Guys, love you guys to Reese's Pieces. Again, press the like button if you would like to donate to me. Selena Star, Cash App. And also, I have memberships for certain videos I have on membership. And yeah, I got Discord and what else I got going on. I'm going to be working on that too as well. About some of the benefits of having my membership, so people won't just say I'm just having a membership for nothing. But I'm going to be working on that. If you have any ideas, just let me know. Also, what else I'm gonna be doing? That's about it. I'm just hoping and that hopefully by the end of this year I can get up to 2,000. Hopefully by the end of this year, prayerfully. So I need you guys to help me to like, share, and subscribe. If you know some people that are would be interested in my content, please let them know about me. Like I said, I talk about a variety of things. So yeah, check me out and I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Love you to Reese's Pieces.